Your willingness to play is a gift. It builds trust, it strengthens connection, and tells your child, I see you, and you are right just the way you are. Hello and welcome back to Demystifying Child's Play, and Happy New Year! I'm Ruth Berko, and I am so glad to be starting this year with you. If you're listening to this in real time, we've officially stepped into 2026. And I want to start by saying, go you! Whether you're jumping into it feeling refreshed, hopeful, or cautiously optimistic, or you're still in survival mode after the holidays, this episode is for you. The start of the new year can bring a lot of pressure. New routines, new goals, new expectations. And when you're parenting young children, it can feel like everyone's talking about resetting when you're just talking about resettling while your child is still throwing toast on the floor and asking for a snack 5 minutes after breakfast. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been around a while, this might be a bit of a familiar exhale. You may have guessed that I'm all about connecting with your kids through play, and understanding play schemas really is such a key to it. Play schemas are inborn, repetitive patterns of play that help children explore and make sense of the world around them. They're not trends. The idea of play schemas has been around for over 70 years, and they're certainly not something we teach them. They're part of how children are wired. Across cultures, across generations, children repeat the same types of play behaviours because their brains and bodies are developing in predictable, powerful ways. When we understand play schemas, something really important happens. Parenting starts to feel a lot more intentional and a lot more joyful. So in saying that, I want to start by welcoming you to 2026. I am genuinely excited about this year. Not because I think everything will suddenly be easier, but because I think how we relate to our children can feel easier when we understand what's actually driving their behaviour. And woven through all of this is something I've been working on for you behind the scenes, the 2026 Family Preset. I'll give you a proper walkthrough next week, but for now, just know this. It's about setting up your family for the new year in a way that feels supportive, not overwhelming. It's based on how my husband and I have talked through our own New Year's presets and just adapted a bit to do it with you. So if you are keen to find out more, you can jump in early and head to playschemas.com/preset, which is play, schemas.com/preset. And you can also add your name to the waitlist to ensure you get the email when the doors open on the 12th of January. I know the days between now and then are going to go by super fast. Okay, let's jump into Play Schemas 101. Because if you've heard me talk about the top 10 play schemas, here's your quick refresher. The most commonly observed play schemas are trajectory, transportation, rotation, orientation, positioning, transformation, connection, disconnection, enclosure, and enveloping. These aren't labels we stick on children. They're lenses that help us understand what's already happening. And no, you do not need to memorize all 10. That's why I've created a free guide that you can bookmark and come back to anytime. You'll find it at playschemas.com/free. Understanding play schemas supports your child on so many levels. When they're working through these schemas, cognitively, they're building problem solving and critical thinking. Physically, they support coordination, strength, and spatial awareness. Socially and emotionally, play is where children experiment, express, and build confidence. This is all learning. It just doesn't come with worksheets or having to sit down at a table. Let me share a few real-life moments from this holiday break. So one afternoon, tape made an appearance. It may have arrived in a stocking. We have painter's tape that the boys can use in their play. Painter's tape is great because it easily comes off toys, walls, glass, floor, and carpet while still holding strong. Do a patch test first though. Now suddenly, every single vehicle in the house was carefully lined up. Not racing, not crashing, just placed with deep concentration. That's the positioning schema. The play wasn't about the cars moving. The lining up was the play. Later, that same roll of tape became walls and fences. On the floor, they taped around. These little contained spaces were for dinosaurs and animals, and then the cars could drive around them. That's the enclosure schema, where they're exploring boundaries, inside and outside, safety and containment. And then there's always the trapeze bar we have in our lounge, spinning, and more spinning. That's the rotation schema. And yes, watching them does make me feel slightly unwell, while my child is absolutely delighted. When we know what we're looking at, these moments stop feeling random and start making sense, and actually become quite exciting. So, how do we identify schemas in our child's play? You don't need to analyze everything your child does. Just stop, take a breath, and notice. What behaviors repeat? What does your child return to again and again? What holds your attention for long stretches? Maybe it's throwing, filling, emptying, or wrapping themselves in blankets. When you recognize the schema underneath, something shifts. You stop asking, why are they doing this? And start thinking, this is how they're learning. That understanding alone can dramatically reduce frustration. So here's my challenge for you for 2026, to see play as an investment, not a distraction. Play, both independent play and play with you, is building skills your child will use for life. Through play, children learn resilience by trying, failing, and trying again. They learn creativity by imagining possibilities, social skills by negotiating, collaborating, and repairing. Practically, during your days or your week, this could look like protecting small pockets of interrupted time for play, offering open-ended materials like boxes, fabric, blocks, or tapes, letting messy play be messy, unfinished, and child-led. You don't need more stuff. You need more trust in what play is already doing. Play helps children process emotions. It helps them decompress. It helps them feel safe. And here's the part we don't talk about often enough. Play helps us too. When we join in play, even briefly, we're often finding ourselves laughing, breathing more deeply, and reconnecting. Research constantly shows that play supports emotional resilience and mental health. And joy is not just a bonus outcome, it is essential. Joy builds well-being. Some of the most powerful play moments are the simplest ones. It could be building a fort, a spontaneous dance party, silly races down the hallway, making up stories together. You don't have to perform. You don't have to do it right. Just follow your child's lead and bring your own enjoyment into it too. These are the moments that become family memories. Our children learn so much just by watching us. When we model curiosity, creativity, and playfulness alongside responsibility, we show them that life isn't just about productivity. Life isn't just about getting those dishes done. When we let ourselves be silly, be present, and engaged, we give our children permission to do the same. Your willingness to play is a gift. It builds trust, it strengthens connection, and tells your child, I see you, and you are right just the way you are. As we jump into this new year, I'd love to hear from you. Come and share what you're noticing in your child's play or ask questions. Over on Instagram, you can get me at play_schemas. That's play_schemas. And don't forget to check the show notes at playschemas.com/blog, where you'll find free resources, links, and ways to keep learning alongside me. Next week, the episode will give you a full look at what's coming in the 2026 family preset and how it can support your family in a grounded, realistic way. Until then, here's your reminder for the new year. You don't need to add more, you just need to understand what's already there. And always remember, today is a great day to play. Happy 2026, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.